Welcome to round 5 NPL action here between Northcote and South Melbourne, the sides that hold 3 of the last 5 Victorian championships between them. Difficult start for both teams this season for different reasons. Northcote really need to get things underway, and South Melbourne, well, they've had some good form, but really not consistent in getting those wins on the board. Look out left now. Ball wide. Barfarosh manages to get around his man. Barfarosh puts the shot in wide of the upright and watched wide by Keegan Coulty. Had Derek running in the middle there. Perhaps the pass was the better option. Brennan squares it up to Pavlu. In fact, it was Jawadi from Brennan. Now Norton has Miller running. Good ball. Miller tries to get it back into Norton. Norton might reach it anyway, and Chalmers pulls off a reflex save. Not sure he knew too much about it, but he managed to get between the ball and the goal. Very close there from Norton. Pavlu, with that shaved head, gets it back here. Lukey Pavlu in the starting lineup, and he's won a free kick. South Melbourne have an opportunity here, and taken quickly by Epifano. Now Miller, good ball, Miller! Oh, Matty Miller had a good side at goal there. Chalmers one-on-one. In the end, pulled the shot just a little too much there. Hooked it slightly. It was a clever quick free kick by Epifano. Nice initial work by Matty Miller. You can see what he's trying to do there, but unfortunately Chalmers, well, he'll be relieved to see that one wide. Miller unable to connect. Epifano's ball swung in, goes through everybody. Here's Insidi's the big Greek. That one cleared off the line. Couple of half-hearted shouts for handball. Nothing doing there. It was all body. Comes straight back out to Fashini in acres of space. Ignores Norton, and that's why he's gone straight to Epifano. Excellent ball. Norton running. Epifano plays it in, looking for Lujic or Konstantinides. Konstantinides slipping in next to his big striking teammate, and KK nearly managed to open the scoring there. 2 former Northcote men in the middle for South there, Lujic and KK. And KK, well, he got to it beautifully. It was an excellent cross and perhaps should have connected better. So Idos swings that one in front of the construction work there, and Beverley's put it in. It's 1-0. Northcote take the lead. South Melbourne a great chance up one end. Just a few minutes later, Beverley opens the scoring for Northcote at the far side. It was swung in by Selaidos there, the man with the headpiece on. In Beverley gets in front of Konstantinides. Not sure if it was his man. KK fuming at his teammates. Bit of miscommunication in the South defence there. 1-0 Northcote. Konstantinides gets that one clear to Pavlu, and that's dangerous. Pavlu's header cut off by Selaidos, the man who set up the first goal. Here he is on the right foot, pulls that shot across the face, and in the end sailing harmlessly wide. Disappointing finish after a promising build-up. Floating up the right, looking for Brennan. And we'll come back now. Throw taken quickly. Here's Epifano. Epifano turns in. Opportunity. Was he brought down? Yes. Referee, no hesitation. Straight to the spot there. It was Doig, I think, who actually might have dragged Epifano by the arm. Referee was absolutely adamant. Doig is protesting furiously. Didn't look like there was a whole lot of contact. We see Epifano there shaping for the pass or the shot. Well, there's just a little tug of the arm by Doig. He's a little bit unfortunate. Probably the momentum as much as anything took Epifano down. In the end, the refs made the decision. Up steps Epifano. And Epifano buries it into the bottom left. He let Chalmers dive. He took that one very nicely, and South Melbourne draw level. Well, 28 minutes on the board. It's been an exciting opening chances at both end, and 1-1 is the tail of the tape so far. Epifano, you can see there, he saw Chalmers deciding to dive early, looked the other way, tucked that one comfortably into the bottom left, and South Melbourne back on level terms. Opts the square-up option there. Poor option in the end because Derek managed to pounce on it, and fortunately for South Melbourne, not for the first time, not punished for a turnover in defence. In fact, they've turned defence into attack. Epifano, excellent ball forward. Brennan into Lujic, and it's 2-1. And in the blink of an eye, South Melbourne have turned a deficit into a lead. Big Milos Lujic against his old side. Nice work by Andy Brennan to get it into him. But really, it was set up by this beautiful defence-splitting pass from Epifano. He saw Brennan's run. It was timed beautifully. The Northcote defence were always going to be stretched. Brennan wasn't the cleanest of deliveries, but all he had to do was get it through, does enough, and Lujic, he's not going to miss from there. And talk about an exciting open in half an hour. It's 2-1 to South Melbourne. Pavlu's little thigh ball on there, because it's going to come back to Doig, and Doig lines that one up, and in the end Keegan Coulter gets down to it. That either moved a lot in the air or might have taken the head of Konstantinides on the way through. Coming back, here's Doig again. Not this time though. In fact, South Melbourne, they've looked dangerous on the counter-attack all day here. This man has particularly looked dangerous. Epifano, here's Brennan. Assist for the second goal, has a look. Brennan, chance now for Epifano. And he's looked great all day, but that's not his best effort. He'll be disappointed with that. It was a promising build-up for South. That one flies over the bar. Constantinides. Back to the skipper, Norton, now Pavlu. Opportunity perhaps, Epifano, Jawadi. Lujic gives it off. Now an opportunity for Epifano across the face. And his last attempt was well over, but this one was desperately close, and that was a very dangerous looking one. Baldless lining this one up. Dummies. Now Doig through everybody, but not through Keegan Kulte. His outstretched hands tipping that one over the bar and perhaps saving South from going in 2-2 at half-time. Well, you can see here Doig knew exactly what he wanted when he smashed that one. It was all power, and in the end, that was excellent work from Keegan Kulte to keep South ahead. Salidos floats the corner in towards the far post. The header coming back in there. Well done by Kulte to tip that over the bar. In the end, a corner. And I think the South Melbourne players are furious here. I think they think that Keegan Kulte was impeded as he tipped this one over. An excellent save. It was Beverley, the man who scored the first goal, and put a dangerous ball back in. And where you can see why they're angry there, whereas Barfarosh went up to contest, but in the end, he really just took out the keeper. Salidos floats that one in similar position. Opportunity, and that one saved. Let's bounce back and might need a bit of defensive player. Cleared for the moment. Comes back in. Barfarosh opportunity. Was that Derek? I think that was Jawadi. Got his body in the way. Chaos here in the South Melbourne defensive box. And eventually out for a goal kick. South dodging a couple of bullets there. Here's Epifano, if he can hold it. He does nicely initially to get round Doig. Epifano couldn't get round the second man. And here Northcote might be able to punish South on the counter-attack. Salidos. There's options in front of him. He's going to use Derek out wide. Derek up against Fashini. Derek might use Salidos again. Now Salidos will look for the cross. He's in behind the South defence. Salidos squares it up and it's gone and it's 2-2. Northcote hit back. They lost their lead after a bright start. And now early in the second half, they've looked dangerous and they've punished the South Melbourne defence here. It was an excellent build-up. Derek, he knew what he wanted here. He spotted the runner. Salidos, who's getting his second assist for the day. He spotted that there was an opportunity here, a hole in the South defence. He gets away from Pavlu. Incides comes out. And in the end, all he had to do was get a goal side of his teammate. And he does the rest. And Barfarosh punishing South Melbourne. And an opportunity perhaps for Northcote. It's flipped on and South Melbourne will be frustrated to have conceded. They had opportunities to put a third one away late in the second. And Northcote well and truly back in this game, but here's Epifano, dangerous all day so far, squares that one up just for Lujic! And I think that one's been deflected wide by his marker. I think that's Beverley, he's gone down quite heavily. Nothing untoward in the challenge from either player, just a good bit of contact. Nicky Jawadi makes his way to the bench, on comes young Josh Hodes. Hasn't seen too many situations like this so far in the young man's career. Brennan, straight into Derek. Brennan, he dived in on that one, that's a clumsy foul from Andy Brennan. It's going to be a card. In fact, it's going to be a red card. Andy Brennan off. 15 minutes to play in this game, and Andy Brennan sensationally has been sent off. Well, instantly we could see it was a clumsy challenge. Is it a clear red card? It's 1 foot. The studs are facing down. I have to say, you can give those either way. Perhaps a little bit unlucky. No doubt it wasn't a clean challenge, though. Northcote trying to press that man advantage. Joy in the early stages of the game turned to despair going into half-time. Now well and truly with an opportunity for their first real points of the season. Derek is loose. Derek against Hodes. Hodes keeps his eye on it well and into Keegan Kulte, who gratefully laps that one up. And all of a sudden, after looking comfortable for a period of this game, South Melbourne well and truly on the back foot. Clearing ball floats up to the night sky. Unusual to see the lights on here at Northcote. It's been some time. Matty Miller plays that one in, good save from Chalmers, and they'll get it away here, Northcote. The 10-man South Melbourne still trying to press for 3 points. Here's Miller, needs to get that pace going. He's done that pretty nicely. Looked like a foul, nothing given by the referee. Well, that'll upset the South crowd, no doubt. Doesn't matter for the moment because Northcote have the opportunity. South players getting tired, pressing numbers back. They've managed to cover it quite well for the moment. Salidos, one of the better players for Northcote today, gets that shot off the post and bounces clear. And South Melbourne dodging another bullet in this game. Salidos, it didn't look particularly vicious off the boot. He went for placement rather than power. In the end, he did it pretty well. He managed to get round his marker onto the left foot, slid it in, got it past Keegan Coulter, but couldn't get it past the post, and very nearly, well, that would have sent the Northcote crowd into raptures. And they're on the break here again Northcote. South defence scrambling, players tiring. This game heading towards a draw, but still opening up for either side. Northcote trying to get some numbers in, ball played in low. That one's gone across the face and will trickle wide for a goal kick. It was an opportunity. I think it was Borglis who had the final touch. Bufano's free kick, and that one's gone over from Constantinides deep into stoppage time. That would have been about as good a chance as you can get for this 10-man South. Beautiful free kick by Bufano, and Constantinides, he did all the hard work, got up well, and just put too much on that header. Constantinides delivers that one long. Luich looking for the flick on to Miller, nothing doing. Now Northcote, seconds ticking away in this game. Perhaps the last opportunity, last roll of the dice. It's going to come up here, and maybe Silidos with the chance on the left foot, gives it wide to Derek. Derek fires it in, well done by Hodes to charge it down, but Derek's turned it in. And Northcote City in the 95th minute surely just won this game. It's been topsy-turvy, it's been up and down. Northcote jubilantly celebrates, South Melbourne hanging their heads in despair. Well, it's had everything today. It's had action, it's had controversy, and we can see there Silidos, that was a beautiful touch by him. I think he's just earned man of the match. Hodes did quite well initially, managed to smother it without getting a hand on it, and in the end, Derek had a second bite at the cherry, put that one calmly into the top of the net. Northcote City, well, they've come from nowhere to steal this game. South Melbourne perhaps with one last desperate lunge forward. Incides takes down his man, that's probably all he could do. And that foul hasn't blown the final whistle yet, but I suspect this will be the last play. Northcote in no rush to take this. And there it is, the referee decides he's seen enough for South Melbourne. Nothing short of a nightmare here at John Cain Reserve. For Northcote City, well, they worked hard. You'd have to say they earned their win. For South, they have to rue the opportunity lost, and they really have to have a long, hard look at themselves now. Some very disappointing results early in the season. Well, they'll have time to bounce back in a couple of weeks at Knight Stadium, but for the moment, things looking a little bit dicey down at Lakeside.